KCPD also released a statement following the verdict. It reads in part, "We understand how difficult it has been to relive the events of the death of George Floyd. The nation watched the coverage of the trial of the former officer charged with killing him. We support the criminal justice process and the outcome in which it resulted in this case. The announcement of the verdict will spark powerful emotions in our community. It is the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department's mission to safeguard and protect the constitutional rights of all individuals participating in First Amendment activities and assemblies."
To follow through with that mission, Kansas City police have been working to reform their own policies. 41 Action News reporter Sarah Blake explains those changes and shares whether local leaders think they're enough.
Protesters and activists demanded police reform in Kansas City after George Floyd's death and throughout protests, and now the Chauvin trial.
Last summer, with all the protests and some changes being made in terms of police reform here in Kansas City, but I think that there's still a lot of anger and fear.
KCPD's Rick Smith blogged this month about the First Amendment protected activities policy, which outlines how officers should interact with people during protests. The Board of Police Commissioners recently approved it. The policy says in part that displays of force will be minimized and police will focus their efforts on allowing law-abiding citizens to continue protesting. The department also gave us an update on the status of body cameras. All 6 patrol divisions are now equipped. According to a police spokesperson, more information will come out at a news conference on Thursday.
We asked for very specific things.
Stacey Shaw, attorney and activist, says the reforms like body cameras, while positive, are not enough.
That didn't prevent someone from getting killed or brutalized. It just documented it.
Shaw says the only way they'll reach real change is voting in politicians who will listen to the people.
Find a way to defund and reallocate to take that money from the police department and reinvest it in the community and life-affirming institutions like safe housing, mental health treatment, and drug abuse treatment, which contributes to unsafe communities.
Activists say these conversations will not end, even with this verdict.
And I went down, took my daughter down to the plaza, and we protested peacefully. Yeah, I've been involved in a lot of conversations trying to bring about real change. The protest is one thing, but really getting and sitting down with, KCPD and other leaders to actually bring some kind of reform.
Sarah Blake, 41 Action News.